Our coach talked a little bit about how practice is going so far.
Practice has been going good. We work hard. Usually we do work hard. Our kids have good work ethic and they want to be good. And we need to get better, obviously, especially in the second half. So that's kind of been our focus on is finishing practice strong and making sure we're doing the little things.
How the preparations are going heading into Saturday's game.
I think the preparations are going well. I think we always try to prepare well, and our kids have a good attitude, and hopefully it'll show on Saturday.
Wonderful. Terry talked about how it wasn't necessarily a lack of adjustments, but a lack of execution. What have you done this week to maybe ensure better execution on adjustments at halftime?
Well, what we need to do is number one, probably get the defenses in a little sooner so our kids can get lined up and maybe cut down some things for our kids as far as calls and verbiage and things like that, so we can get lined up. A few times we're substituting in and out, and that caught us a couple times with guys going in and out, and guys getting hurt and not staying on the ground where we could have used maybe a timeout there or two. But what it's been going on is we stop, and then all of a sudden we get lined up to some peculiar formations, and we need to do a better job of recognizing some of those formations and making sure that we have good leverage and not letting the ball outside of us. And a couple times we had some good things called, but we got locked and we let the ball outside of us, and we can't do that. And on some of those bubble screens. So we've worked on that this week.
Old Dominion's got a lot of youth on its offensive line and even in its receiving core. How do you go about taking advantage of those things?
Well, we're young too on defense, really. We have a couple of guys, older guys, but we have a lot of guys that haven't played a lot of football, so I'm sure it'll even out. Watching tape on film, or watching them on film, quite honestly, they look like a good football team for us. I mean, we can't take anybody lightly. I mean, they're all good football teams. By our standards, especially this quarterback, we think is a really good football player. I think their receivers are young, but they're big and they're physical and they go up and catch the ball, and their offensive line, they do a good job, and they've gotten better throughout this season.
You mentioned that quarterback. He's seen a lot of success even at the FCS level. Talking about some of the good things that he could really do to maybe damage his defense.
Well, he is a heck of a football player, and you just watch the games all this season. He sits in the pocket. He doesn't get rattled. He throws. He rarely throws bad footballs. I mean, his completion percentage is pretty good. He doesn't have a lot of interceptions. He holds in there. He's a tough kid, you can see, because he takes some licks. So it's going to be a big challenge for us.
As far as